Podcasts are so awesome, and thank you so much for checking out this episode. Have you ever wondered what it takes to create a podcast? Or maybe you have wanted to create your own? Well, let me tell you, Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. You can record and edit your episodes right on your phone without needing to buy all this special equipment and spend a lot of money. You can even earn money on Anchor right away. Anchor makes it super easy to upload and distribute your episodes on all platforms such as Apple Podcast, Spotify, and more. Everything you will ever need is with Anchor. Go check out Anchor, download the app, and you will not be disappointed.
Antisocial Butterfly Podcast. We are here to inspire dreams and help you spread your wings to fly. Baby girl, it's okay to be shy. But now it's time to kiss fear goodbye.
Let's do this. Welcome to Antisocial Butterfly Podcast. I hear something. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Maribel?
Yes.
Yes, you're here. And I appreciate you taking the time to come on the podcast. This is awesome. For one, I've known Maribel for a little bit through the internet, right? We met that way. And you have been an amazing supporter, person who always leaves the most beautiful comments. And little do I know that you have your own company. I'm like, get it, girl. I was so impressed when I went to your page, how consistent you are, the fact that you even have a brand. So kudos to you, because that takes a lot of work, a lot of commitment, putting yourself out there. I saw your brand is called Maribel Cosmetics, and you have quality Mink lashes. I'm so excited to talk to my makeup. Let me get people to know you a little bit here first. Did you grow up here in Las Vegas?
Most of my childhood, yes, I did grow up here. I was born in California, Torrance, California.
Oh, okay.
And then I did move to Chicago for like about 2 years. And then when I was 13, I moved here. So most of my childhood, yeah, I grew up in Las Vegas.
Dang. So you've seen Las Vegas grow to what it is now. Like I've only been out here 8 years and I've seen it transform crazy and grow. I can imagine you've seen it way more than me. Being in Las Vegas for that long, I'm sure you've seen all the restaurants pop up and have your own favorite spots that you like to go to. I'm a foodie. I love trying new spots out here. Is there a few spots that you have to go back to, or when like friends come to visit, you're like, you need to go here?
To be honest, before the pandemic, like the spot that I like was Culichi Town, because I love the seafood, their sushi, their ceviche.
Ooh, pronounce that again.
Culichi Town.
Oh, okay.
They have seafood, like all kinds of different type of ceviche, different flavors, and sushi. But then after the pandemic, I stopped going there, and it's like I found a person that makes it and they just deliver it. So I always go to them.
Oh, very convenient. Of course, we love that moment. So before the pandemic, you would go there all the time. So now you found a more convenient spot that gives you, is it as good as that spot, would you say?
I think it's better.
Whoa.
And I also love
Okay.
that I'm supporting a small business as well too.
Heck yes. Heck yes. We're all about that here, supporting small businesses and women also like that have businesses. And that's what drew me aside from your makeup, right? I'm like just always infatuated. My eyes go like so big when I see somebody that has their own business and is hustling. How long have you had Maribel Cosmetics?
Since April of 2019.
What intrigued you to start a cosmetic line?
I love makeup. Since I was little, I would always like be interested in makeup. And I mean, I know there's so many makeup brands right now in the industry, like I'm never gonna, beat them. but just having my dream, like being able to create like my own makeup and putting my names into it, like each name that I choose, like for my lashes or anything else that I'm planning on to, like it has a meaning. Like there's a reason why I get to put those names. So
Yeah.
creating it and seeing other people wearing it and how they're like, oh, I'm wearing your lashes, you know, how I see the smile that I give them in their face. It just
Yeah.
makes me happy.
Wow. That is, you said something. You said, I'm not going to ever be as big as them. All that you said after, I think that's what your end goal should be. The fact that you feel that way, that people wear your lashes, the feeling like nothing can replace that. I feel like with anything that you start, of course, like the end goal would be like, dang, right, to be like the top. But I look up to you in the fact that it takes work. Number one, it takes so much work that people don't understand the concept, the design of your brand, and you post on social media too, so that takes time, right? So not just you're taking time to create your brand, you're also taking time to market your brand, and you do it all, right? Or do you have somebody that helps you with your marketing on your social media?
No, I do it all.
Dang. And then your business too, is it just you?
Yes, it's just me.
Wow.
I
See?
a lot of my I do have two girls, two daughters. So a lot of them, a lot of the things that I do, I always go to them like, what do you think about this? Or do you like this? You know, they give me ideas too.
I love your lashes, by the way. They're very up to like my style of what I like. I was going over some of your names of your lashes, and I'm like, what? How did she pick that name? So let's get into your lashes right now, as far as your names.
Okay.
So the first one I have is called the baby girl. Who is the baby girl in your life?
The baby girl in my life are my two girls, my two daughters.
Yes, I was gonna say that. I'm like, so you preface it, you started with saying, yeah, you have two daughters. You don't have to say their names, but how old are they?
One is 18 and the other one's 13.
Okay, so they are also probably into makeup as well.
Yes.
So I can see they're helping you with the style and wearing them possibly too.
Yes. My 18-year-old one, yes. My 13-year-old one, not yet.
Not yet. You don't let her yet.
No.
That's funny. I started liking makeup. What age did you say you started liking makeup?
Well, since I was little, my mom tells me that I always used to get into her makeup. I used to get into her eyeshadow and just break her eyeshadow palette. So I was little. When I started wearing it, I was like 12, 12, 13.
Yeah. I remember my first time. I grew up very religious, and they didn't allow, a lot of things, and makeup was a no-no. But I remember being always the curious one. Eyeliner for me was the first thing I dove into. I put a little black eyeliner under my eye, went to church thinking my mom was not going to notice. But moms know everything before you even think to do something. But she let me wear the whole service. Thankfully, she didn't embarrass me and say like, take that off right now. So then it became mascara, and then that was it. And then I stopped makeup for most of my 20s, and it wasn't until like 28 that I started this love for makeup. It's crazy where it's led me now. Did you ever see yourself starting a cosmetic line?
No.
When you see yourself doing it now, you're like, this is crazy that this is happening, and it's like a process of in itself of it all, because no one gives you a book of how to be successful and how to create a makeup brand. Do you have any sort of mentors that you go to help you with your business?
My brother. Yeah. Yeah, but I did a lot of research online, Googling YouTube videos, just trying to get ideas. There's so many people out there, so many other influencers that they talk how they started and where they get like their products or just researching on Google. So a lot of it was just me doing research.
Yeah, and trial and error, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, baby girl. So your daughters are your baby girls. I can see that automatically. And now, who is the queen? That's the next lash you have named. Who's the queen in your life?
The queen in my life would be my mother. Like I wouldn't be here, none of this would be here. You know, she's the one that created me, so it's like she's my queen.
So you're super close with your mama.
Yeah.
Love it.
When we were younger, we weren't, but now that I'm older, and yeah, we've gotten a lot close.
I love it. I love to hear that. Tóxica. Explain. How did that come of a name for you? Maybe not who is a toxic person in your life. We don't want to outcast anybody and have people come at you. But what do you think is a good tip of how to deal with toxic people?
It's just blocking negativity out of your life. Sometimes it's hard, like you have toxic people in your life and you have to continue having them in your life, but there comes like a limit. Like once there's so much bad things that they're putting into your life, like you just need to block them. You need to be able to let them go, and it's okay. And if people go upset, like it's okay, it's your life. It's how you feel to be able to wake up every day and have that good energy.
You said a part that stuck with me, that you have to have them in your life, or they need to be there, or they're going to be there. Yeah. Right? It's like you can't avoid them like completely. Like you need to know how to manage them and control, in a sense, how you respond to them.
Yeah,
that's good. Because everything that you hear nowadays, as far as when you see something you want to change, it's like, well, how do I get rid of it completely? How do I eliminate it in my life? But sometimes with toxic people, I mean, we're surrounded with people, so people are always going to be around. And unfortunately, some of them are going to be sour apples. And we can't manage sometimes how they respond and react. That's a great reminder for us to control what we can control. People are not meant to be in your life forever is something that a reality that I learned. I thought relationships, if they were so strong in the beginning or in the midst and they become toxic, it's like, ooh, like, I have to keep them in my life. They can change, I can change them. Yeah. But I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Next lash that you have named is Loca. How did that name come about?
That name came about one of my best friends. Well, like all my closest friends, that we call each other Loca. That one and Toxica. One of my other best friends, she named that one too. So it's like I show them the lash and I'm like, what do you think of this lash? So then they'll be like, oh, well, let's name that one like that, Toxica or Loca.
Okay, so your friends, you guys just call each other Loca. Yeah, and yeah. Going back to Toxica, so did that come from a toxic person in your life, or just your friends that maybe had a toxic friend in the group and were like, we're going to call this Toxica?
It's like an inside joke, like the husbands will call us Toxicas. We're not Toxicas at all. So,
that's funny.
Because of the style of the lash, like the way it is, how it's like the hair's all over the place. That's why she's like, oh, let's name it Toxica, because that just looks like a Toxica lash style.
Love it. Oh man.
Yeah.
See how fun it is? That's so cool. The you like you said, that has meaning to the name. That's why I'm like, I want to dive into these lashes names and see about that. Okay, well, the next one, I think it speaks for itself. We can Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Mary
Jane. Well, I don't smoke. Actually, a little collab that me and my sister, we wanted to do like a little sister thing. So she likes those big lashes, the 25 mm's, like that's her style. So I gave her that lash to pick, and I told her, name it something that you are, like what you like, and she said Mary Jane.
Oh, okay. So the sister. I like that.
A couple other lash styles that will be added to that collection as well. And it's going to be like in that same category.
Coming in 2022. That is super cool. And you said 25 mm. Is that the length of the lash?
Yes.
Ah, okay. See, we're learning here. So for what typically do your lashes range in that size in mm's? If I don't even know if we're saying that right, but you said 25 was Mary Jane, right?
Yes. That one's the biggest one. The other ones are like between like 16 and 18.
The people who know lash lengths, there you go. Okay, so the next one I have here is Chismosa. Ooh, Chismosas out there. how do you spot a chismosa in your circle of friends, or not friends, but just in your life? Like, how do you watch out for people who are chismosas? What's the clue if someone is a chismosa?
Somebody that you just see just around listening and stays quiet and then just grabs the information and takes it somewhere else.
Yes. How did you choose that name? As far as was it an inside joke too, or did you know a chismosa, a few of them in your life?
No, I showed that lash to my daughter and her best friend. She was here and I showed her the lash and I was like, "What do you think of this lash?" Like, it has some hairs where they're shorter and the other ones are longer, so it's like I'm there but I'm not there. That's a name because it's like you're there like listening, but then you're not there. So that's how we came up with that name. She was like, "What about Chismosa?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's actually perfect." Yeah.
Wow, you're so creative with the names. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm having fun with this. The next one, I have Emily.
Emily is my youngest daughter's name.
I'm assuming you have your other daughter in here too, which is maybe Marina.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Marina is actually her middle name. I didn't use her first name because I've seen other lashes with her first name.
Okay.
So, like, your middle name is unique. It's different. We haven't seen your middle name. Like, you really don't hear her middle name. So that's why we picked her middle name.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I love the name. I haven't really heard of that name, Marina. It's a beautiful name. Princess is the next Lash. Oh wait, let me go back to Emily. So knowing that that's named after your daughter, how can you describe that? Can you describe that Lash, and does that almost describe your daughter?
Yes. So she's the little one. She's still not allowed to wear lashes.
Yeah,
But
okay.
the lash is more, it's like more dramatic than Marina. Marina is my older daughter, and she's the one that wears makeup, but she's more like natural looks. Like she likes makeup, but it's like she doesn't do dramatic looks.
Yeah, okay.
So, and Emily's like, "Oh, when I wear makeup, I'm gonna be wearing those lashes, and I'm." She's more like, "I can't wait to wear makeup."
Uh-huh.
So when I gave them the lashes to choose, she's like, "I want this one because these are gonna be the first lashes I'm gonna wear."
I love the connection here. So princess, knowing that's not none of your, maybe one of your daughters, who is the princess of your life, Maribel?
It's would be the same, both of my daughters. I call them princess and baby girl.
Okay, dramatic is the next Lash. Would you consider yourself a dramatic person?
Yes, and that's why I named that lash dramatic because I've always been called my whole life, "You're so dramatic." Why are you so dramatic?
So that name is really then named after you. So my next question to you, my friend, is which of the Lashes would you say that your closest friend would describe you as?
It would be the dramatic one.
Why do people say that about you, would you say?
Just because, like, in the moment when I want to tell them something, I'm like, "Oh my God, I gotta tell you something," or it's like I'll start texting them and I'll send like a whole bunch of little emojis, like just trying to grab their attention. And they're like, what? And then I just tell them like the most simplest thing, but I just want their attention and to know that I'm just right there going to tell them something. So that when they're like, "Oh my God, that's all you were going to tell me?" And I'm like,
I consider myself a dramatic person. Let's see if you would agree. I'm watching a show, right? And this could, I'm watching Dexter. That's the most recent show we've been watching. And I can't take it so much because of the it's a dramatic show and the intensity that I literally have to pause it. I'm like, I pause it. I'm like, I get up from the couch and I'm walking from left to right. I'm like, oh my God, he just did what? He just said what? I can't. I have to take a break, babe. Pause it. And he's like, oh my God, you're being so dramatic right now. I'm like, no, this is just too much. He's about to do this and this is going to happen to him. Like, I don't know. I could be dramatic too. Or scary movie, but I think this is typical girls, right? They just like, but I'm covering my eyes and my ears, like, so I can't hear. So I'm peeking one eye out and I've got the dramatic there too. And I'm a crybaby. I'm okay to say that. I cry for everything. So, I'm being dramatic there. Dramatic was actually one of the Lashes I was very drawn to. And I was like, I mean, I love all the Lashes that you have, but it's just like, which are the top three. So dramatic was a beautiful one that I want to try some out and like showcase them. But for all the listeners out there that are looking for a new Lashes to try, head over to your Instagram page or the website, right? Is Maribel Cosmetics on Instagram.
yes.
And then they could follow your link there and see all of your wonderful lashes. Awesome.
On February 1st, I will be posting new product that I am coming out with soon.
Ooh, breaking news.
Yes, has nothing to do with lashes.
Breaking news. How many?
And I'm saying it has nothing to do with lashes.
Oh, okay. Nothing to do with lashes. This is the part of your bio that says more products to come. And here we are. We're releasing a product on February 1st. That is around the corner.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just so excited to hear to know what it is. So that is super exciting. Now, Maribel, starting like a business, as you know, you did your research, you did your due diligence of watching videos, reading stuff, trying stuff. There's people probably listening that want to start a business, but for whatever reason, they haven't done it. They make an excuse or they told themselves a reason not to do it. What is one piece of advice that you can tell somebody that, that is thinking of doing one? And also if you can give an advice of, now that you've been doing it for a while, what's something that you wish you would have known before you started?
The advice that I would give is don't give up. If you have a dream, if you have a vision of something that you want to do, it's going to take time for you to build up. Of course, you're going to have a lot of people telling you, no, I don't think you should do that. There's already so much in the industry. Yeah, there's so much, but everything is so different. And there's so much stuff that you could do that you could make things a little bit different or to grab people's attention. So it's like, it's going to take time. Like, yeah, I started in 2019 and I feel that since I started, I haven't put in so much effort into it as I would like have until now. These past few months, I feel that I've been putting in more work.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I did feel that with the pandemic too, when it first started with COVID, it was like I had so many stuff that I wanted to come out with in that year. And it's like, I felt like I had to put a pause to it.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's starting to slowly, get into the routine. It's just something we're going to have to live with. And I had a dream and a vision, back then of what I wanted to do. So it's like, now it's like, okay, I have to push myself into it. I have to do it. And my husband, he's very supportive. He's like, you need to add more products. I did join a pop-up shop a couple months ago, and my husband's like, he went with me. He was there supporting me, and he was like seeing
Oh, that's great.
other people there, what they were selling, and he was like, you got to add more things, like not just lashes. And so it's like, now I'm like working. I'm like, I know I've been, trying out other, because I don't just want to bring out a product that I tried once or twice. Like I have to try it on for months, couple years, and make sure like it's good. And so it's just don't give up. And it takes a lot of time, time from your personal life that you have to choose. Okay, am I going to do this today or am I going to do that? Because you need to take pictures, you need to market it, you need to promote. So it's just, you just gotta just do it. Just what's in your mind, the vision that you have to keep doing it and don't give up.
Wow. I'm just going to hear that part over and over when I feel low. Amazing advice. But just going back to your piece of advice of just doing it, and not letting any outside voices or influences stop you.
Yeah.
It's almost like, I think, a mental thing that you daily have to just push forward. Do you get those negative voices still?
I do. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this person is doing this, and it's like, it's okay. It's okay if they're doing that because you're both growing together. Like, and there's so much competition with anything that you do, any small business that anyone tries to open, you're not going to be the first one in this world to do it. So when you see someone else, oh, they're also doing this, what you're doing, it's okay. Support them, they'll support you, and you just grow together. And it's like, yeah, there's a product that you have that this other person launched too, but it's okay because some people will like their product, some people will like your own products, and each product is different styles, different colors. So and there's just something for everyone out there.
Amen. You're right. No one is like you. Just the fact that you have a product that has a story behind, that has a meaning, and the fact that you're just chasing your dream is just a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that and inspiring us all to just do it and not let anything else influence us, but just pushing us forward. Thank you so much for being on here, for just taking the time to share about your business, how it got started, the names of the lashes. And I'm just excited for your brand. You created something from your mind, your lash brand, and now look at what it is. That's going to just take you further as you keep that mindset. So thank you for that encouragement. Where can they find you on all your socials?
All my socials will be Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and it's all the same, Maribel's Cosmetics.
Beautiful. All right, Maribel. Well, thank you so much for this time. I appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one.